So I decided I didn't feel like typing everything out this week, and I'm going to just tell you about what we did in Byron Bay this week. So here in Australia, they have this thing called schoolies, which is for 17 and 18-year-old kids who just graduated out of high school, and it's pretty much the equivalent of spring break in America for our college students. So we went to Byron Bay. There were about 20 of us in our group, and we loaded up in a bus Saturday morning and drove 2 hours south into New South Wales. And Byron Bay is what they call a little hippie town. It's actually quite large. It's probably about the size of the valley, if not a little bigger. And so what we did, we worked with an organization which I'm not allowed to say the name of, and what we did was in the mornings the kids would call us and make appointments for us to go into their apartments or homes and whatnot and make pancakes for them, and we would have 2 appointments every morning, and we would go to different kids' houses and hang out with them and get to know them and talk to them and help them clean up their apartments because they were a mess. And we would make pancakes for them. And then in the evening, around 8 o'clock or so, we would go out, and they have a station down by the beach. It's called the Hub. It's a big tent. And then we also had a DJ tent, and then we had another tent where we made pancakes and chai. And we just hung out with the schoolies every night between 8 and about 12 to 12:30. And we would just walk around, and we would hand out these lollies called red frogs. They're just like a kind of like licorice, but not quite licorice tasting. They're really good, but interesting. And we would just talk to all these schoolies, and the majority of them were drunk, and we would walk them home in the evenings, or early mornings, I would say, and we would help them when they're puking on the street and help them find where they need to go. And we would dance with them over at the Hub with the music and the DJs and whatnot. And let's see, there were a bunch of different groups there working with this organization with our 20. There was another group of YWAMers from Byron. There were probably about 15 to 20 of them there. And then there were a bunch of just random people from Australia who came and were working with us. And we had a lot of fun. We got to know a lot of different kids and talk about a lot of stuff. We were